Welcome back to Medinair. In this video, let's discuss about tooth discoloration. Tooth discoloration refers to any change in the color or translucency of a tooth due to extrinsic or intrinsic factors. People throughout the world approach their dentist with the discomfort that they feel with their tooth color and also because of which they complain of non-appealing facial aesthetics. So let's see what are the causes for tooth discoloration. Tooth discoloration can be either extrinsic or intrinsic. Extrinsic discoloration includes stains that are deposited on the external surface of the tooth. They are mainly derived from highly colored foods or drinks. Frequent intake of coffee, tea, red wine can stain your teeth. Also, chronic smoking and poor oral hygiene are frequent causes of extrinsic stains, along with chromogenic bacteria and prolonged use of mouth rinses containing chlorhexidine. Now, what are intrinsic discoloration? There are many causes of intrinsic discoloration such as intrapulpal hemorrhage, pulp necrosis, tetracycline stain, metallic restorations, incomplete removal of obturating materials from pulp chamber, calcific metamorphosis, aging, pulp tissue remnants after endodontic treatment, dental caries, fluorosis, blood dyscrasias, porphyria, amelogenesis imperfecta, and dentinogenesis imperfecta. And now let's see each one of them in detail. How intrapulpal hemorrhage causes intrinsic discoloration? Any trauma to the teeth can cause hemorrhage in pulp. Hemorrhage is blood leakage due to breaking of blood vessels as a result of trauma. When these blood vessels break and release blood, erythrocytes also get broken down. As a result of that, heme gets released, which combines with putrefying pulp tissue. These combine to form iron. At this stage, when bacterial invasion takes place, iron sulfide is formed. This is responsible for discoloring the tooth to grey color. The next cause for intrinsic discoloration is pulp necrosis. Necrosis of the pulp due to any bacterial, mechanical or chemical irritation can release disintegration byproducts that can penetrate into the dentinal tubules and discolor the tooth structure. So any irritation will eventually necrose the pulp, as a result of which we are getting disintegrated byproducts which penetrate through the dentinal tubules, reaching the enamel, thereby causing dark grey discoloration. Now this is important in exam point of view. Tetracycline stains. Ingestion of tetracycline in utero by the mother or up to 7 to 8 years by the child can lead to incorporation of tetracycline into the dentine during tooth calcification. What happens exactly is tetracycline chelates with calcium to form tetracycline orthophosphate. This produces a distinct stain onto the tooth. According to the severity of the stain, there are 3 degrees of tetracycline stains. First degree stains are light yellow, brown or light grey discoloration which are present uniformly throughout the crown. Second degree discolorations are more intense stains without banding. Third degree discolorations are very intense grey stains with horizontal banding, especially in cervical region. Sometimes during root canal treatment, incomplete removal of pulp contents, especially in the pulp horn region, may occur. This leads to gradual disintegration of this tissue, resulting in tooth discoloration. Also, incomplete removal of obturating materials and sealer cements from the pulp chamber can penetrate into the dentinal tubules and cause tooth discoloration. And when it comes to dental caries, it is most commonly known to everybody that various color changes occur in teeth during caries progression. Initial caries is opaque white. As it progresses, it produces grayish to brown or black discoloration of the tooth. Also, metallic restoration like amalgam, when used in anterior teeth to restore excess cavities, it can cause a distinct dark staining of the teeth. Also with age, there is increased secondary dentine formation that is darker and more opaque than primary dentine. In addition, the overlying enamel becomes thinner and thus causing a gradual darkening of the teeth. Calcific metamorphosis is also another cause for intrinsic staining. Here, deposition of mineralized tissue within the pulp chamber and root canal space is seen. Let's see how it is formed. When there is any trauma to the teeth, there is temporary disruption of blood supply, because of which there is destruction of odontoblasts. These destroyed odontoblasts are replaced by undifferentiated mesenchymal cells, and these cells lay down tertiary dentine and obliterates the pulp chamber and root canal space. Such teeth appear more opaque and yellow due to loss of translucency. Fluorosis can happen when there is excessive ingestion of fluoride during tooth development. Fluorosis leads to defects in ameloblasts and improper calcification of teeth. Fluorosis discoloration can range from white opaque spots to dark brown patchy discoloration. Severe fluorosis may even cause pitting and disfigurement of enamel. Conditions like hemolytic disease of the newborn, thalassemia, and so on during the tooth development cause discoloration of the teeth due to presence of coagulated blood within the dentinal tubules. Porphyria is a rare condition associated with porphyrin metabolism, which causes purplish brown discoloration of deciduous and permanent teeth. Amelogenesis imperfecta and dentinogenesis imperfecta are a whole separate topic and which are known for their discolored tooth. These are genetic conditions causing malformation of enamel and dentine respectively, which leads to yellow or brown discoloration of the teeth. And that brings us to the end of the video. I hope you guys found it helpful. Do like this video and subscribe to Medinair for more. Thanks for watching.